This is it. This is the 12 Tribes, a second look. Judah, Simeon, and part of Benjamin, they were stolen from Africa. They are scattered into all land areas outside of Africa, in the territory of cavemen, neanderthal, denisovan, wild men, woodboos, and the beast man.
Beware the beast man, for he is the devil's pawn, alone among God's primates. He kills for sport, or lust, or greed. Yea, he will murder his brother to possess his brother's land. Let him not breed in great numbers, for he will make a desert of his home and yours. Shun him. Drive him back into his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death.
The remaining 10 tribes of Israel, they are still in Africa, and they are scattered into many countries within Africa. Thus the geographical location of the remaining 10 tribes, it is Africa. The Bar Kokhba revolt. It had devastating consequences for the Hebrews in Israel and in Judea. There was a profound loss of life, and many of the Hebrews, they were enslaved. The Bar Kokhba revolt, it was far worse than the 70 AD destruction by Titus Vespasian. the Bar Kokhba revolt. It left Israel and Judah in a state of total desolation, fulfilling the prophecy in Jeremiah chapter 9 verse 11. After Hadrian destroyed all the cities of Israel and Judah in 132 to 136 AD, the 12 tribes, they never lived in Jerusalem and Israel again. This fulfilled the prophecy in Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68, where the Most High, he said the following, "And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee. Thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you." Hadrian, he captured many of the Hebrews that fled, and he enslaved them, and sent some of them to Egypt, and some to Cyrenaica. The Hebrews were sold into slavery, fulfilling the prophecy in Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. Hadrian, he deported 12 boatloads of Hebrews and sent them to Egypt and Cyrenaica. Thus Israel and Judah, they both went back into slavery in Egypt in boats. Hadrian, he intended on erasing the Hebrews and their religion out of existence. Hadrian sold all Hebrew prisoners into slavery, and he did not allow the teaching of the Torah. Hadrian did not allow the Hebrews to even look at the destroyed Jerusalem. Hadrian, he renamed Judah to Syria Palestina. Hadrian built another Jerusalem in honor of himself and the false gods of the Greeks, and he named the fake Jerusalem Aelia Capitolina. Aelia Capitolina, this is located in Africa, in Namibia, and the location of the Lydian Empire. The Jerusalem, built in 1947 in the Middle East, it is a copy of the Aelia Capitolina built by Hadrian. The Hebrews would not live in their homeland in Namibia anymore, and they would be scattered. The cities of Israel, which is the northern kingdom, and the cities of Judah, which is the southern kingdom, they all remain empty, desolate, and uninhabited from 136 AD to the present. Hadrian, he renamed Judah to Syria Palestina. The name Syria Palestina, it refers to the enemies of the Hebrews. Syria, this is a Greek word for Aram, and Palestina, this is Greek for Philistine. Aram is Aramean, and they were enemies of Israel and Judah. And the Philistines, they were enemies of Israel and Judah. The name Palestina, this is Palestine, and Palestine is Greek for Philistine. The Greek word Palestine, it is still being used today, but it is used incorrectly and incorrectly defined and applied to people that are not Philistines. The modern Palestinian is a descendant of the fallen angels, and all modern Palestinians, they are mutants that suffer from many genetic mutations, and they suffer from OCA 1 to 7. Many people are not aware that the word Palestine is Greek for Philistine, and the Philistines, they were black people in Africa and Namibia. Many people are not aware that the word Syria is Greek for Aram, and they were black people in Africa and Namibia. Hadrian, he changed the name of Judah with the mindset of erasing Judah off the map and from history. This was spoken of in Psalms chapter 83 verse 4. The 10 tribes of Israel, they are scattered throughout Africa. They are mixed in with the descendants of Ham and Japheth. The 10 tribes of Israel, they have taken on the traditions of Ham and Japheth, and they are worshiping the false gods of Ham and Japheth. The 10 tribes of Israel, they have given up their Hebrew identity, and they have taken on the identity of the descendants of Ham and Japheth. They have given up their Hebrew attire. Many of them have shaved their beards, and they have accepted the traditions and customs of Ham and Japheth. But the 10 tribes of Israel, they will be awakened, and they will return to the Most High. The tribe of Judah, they will teach the 10 tribes of Israel, and they will be united together. They will no longer be divided. A large portion of the Hebrews, they migrated and went north, and some went south, some went east, but the greater number of the Hebrews, they went northwest. Many of the Hebrews, they were dispersed and scattered into Spain. The ancient Spain of history, this is not the location of modern Spain. Modern Spain, it is the land of cave people, of Neanderthal and denisovan. The ancient Spain, it is located in Africa, in Namibia. In 1492, when the Hebrews were expelled from Spain and sent to Saint Thomé, they were not expelled from the modern location of Spain in the land of cavemen. They were expelled from the ancient Spain in Namibia and sent to Saint Thomé in Africa, off the coast of Angola. In 1492, the Hebrews were expelled from Portugal. Ancient Portugal, this is not the location of modern Portugal. Modern Portugal is the location of cavemen, while the ancient Portugal, this is located in Africa, in Namibia. Portugal is in Africa. The word Portugal, it comes from the word portus Calais. Porto, this comes from the Latin word for port. Calais, this comes from the word Galicia. Galicia, this comes from Galicia. And Galicia is Gaul, and Gaul is Galilee. Thus Portugal, this is Port of Gaul, or Port of Galilee. Galilee is located in Namibia, and the people of Galilee, they were black people. The black Galilean, these people, they occupied all of Galilee, and they occupied the so-called Iberian Peninsula. Thus Portugal, it is ports of Galilee. The Sea of Galilee, this was an important body of water that was used for travel. It was used for distribution of goods and crops, and it was used for fishing. Hundreds of ships have traversed the Sea of Galilee and docked on the many ports of the sea. The Sea of Galilee, it had 15 to 16 ancient ports that provided docking points and shelter from storms. These ports, they gave rise to the name Ports of Galilee. The Caucasian, he came on the scene and took hold of the name and created a people that never existed. The Caucasian, he changed Ports of Galilee, he changed this to Portugal, and he applied this name to Caucasian albinos that suffer from OCA 1 to 7. The Caucasian did this in order to increase the number of Caucasian people on earth and to create a history for himself and to hide his true origin as the descendant of fallen angels. Thus Portugal, this word is actually ports of Galilee. The people that lived in Galilee, they were all black people.